Okay, so I have a problem with me here on relative density. Okay, when you immerse a particular mass into the water, the weight of the mass will reduce. Okay, it will take us to what we call Archimedes principle. But before then, don't forget to subscribe before watching this video. What is even Archimedes principle? Archimedes principle says that when an object is partially or totally immersed in a liquid, the upthrust is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced. So, with the help of this setup, okay, I can carry out the experiment on what? Relative what? Density. This is the retort stand. This is this spiral spring, okay? This is the spiral spring, and this is the pointer. This is the pointer, okay? This is the mass being hung on the what? Spiral spring. And this is the beaker, okay? I did not put it. This is my beaker, okay? And this is my what? My water, okay? Which is the what? The liquid. So this is the mass, this is the beaker, and this is the water in the what? Beaker. So with the help of these procedures, I can carry out this experiment. It's strictly on what? Relative what? Density. So with me here are the apparatus needed for this what? Experiment. I have my what? My liquid, which serve as my what? My kerosene. And this is my what? My water, okay? And these are my what? Masses. This is my mass hanger. This is my 50-gram mass, my 50-gram mass, my 50-gram mass, okay? My 100-gram mass, my 100, I have just 100-gram mass. This is my 50-gram mass hanger, my 1000 mass, my 1000 mass, and this is my what? This is my spiral what? Spring. I have so many of them here, as you can see. So let me quickly carry out the experiments, okay? Let's say the retort stand, but I'm not going to use the retort stand. I'm going to use my hand to hold the spiral what? Spring, okay? The first thing I need to do, I'll place my mass what? Hanger. Let me use this. I'll place my mass hanger on the spiral spring, okay? As you can see, let's say the mass of what? 100. So I'm going to start with what? 100, following the procedure on the board, okay? So I'm going to start with my mass of 100. So this is still 50, okay? All right, so as you can see, this is the mass in air, okay? Which is my what? My 100 gram, okay? So I'm going to get my weight in air. My weight in air is what? M1. So my 100 divided by what? 1000, which will give me 0.1. So 0.1 times 10, I will get my what? 0.1 times 10, I'll have my 1. So my M1 is what? 0.1 times what? 10. 0.1 times 10, which is 1. So here is what? 1. Okay? Am I making sense? So the same thing applicable to this. 150 divided by what? 1000. I have my 0.15. 0.15 times 10, because of weight is what? Mg. I'll have my 1.5. Okay? The same thing. 200 divided by 1000. I have my 0.2. 0.2 times 10. 0.2 times 10. I'll have my 2. Okay? The last mass is what? 250 divided by 1000. I have my 0.25. 0.25 times 10. I have my 2.5. Okay? So this is my what? Weight in air. My weight in air. So let's proceed. So let me get my weight in what? Water, and my weight in what? Kerosene, because the liquid is the kerosene, and this is my what? My water. Okay? So this is my mass hanger. I'm going to put it on my spiral spring. Okay? So look at what I'm doing. Okay? Okay? So as you can see, the weight, the mass in air is 100, which I've calculated even the weight in what? In air. So let me get the mass in what? In water first. Okay? I'll immerse the mass into the water to get my weight of the mass when it is immersed in water. So what I have here with me is, let me hold it very well. My hand is shaking. Okay. I have my 75, 80, 85. So I have my 85. Okay. So when I have my 85 gram. So the first mass here is what? 85. So what am I going to do? I'll have my 85 divided by 100 by 1000, not 100. 85 divided by 1000. I have my 0.085. 0.085 times 10. So this, my weight in water for the first mass is what? 0.85. Okay, so that's how I'll keep doing it. The next mass is 150. I'll add another mass of 150. I'll do the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to still immerse it into, I'll immerse it into the liquid, into the water. Okay, this is 150. I have my 125, 130. So the mass is what? 130. The same thing I'm going to do. 130 divided by 1000. If I can't leave my mass in gram. So 130 divided by 1000. I have my 0.13. 0.13 times 10, which is 1.3. So this is 1.3. 1.3. Okay, this is 1.3. All right. No, I've made a mistake. Sorry about that. I was wondering. Okay, so here is what? 1.3. Okay, let's proceed. The next one is another 50 gram of mass added to this. I see what I'm doing. I'm still going to immerse it into the water. I'll immerse it into the water. That's, the mass is 200 gram now. When I immerse it, I have my what? 175. Let me confirm that. No, it's not up to 175. It's 170. It's 170, yes. 170. So I have my 170. Okay, the same thing I'm going to do. 170 divided by 170 divided by what? 1000. 170 divided by 1000. I have my 0.17. 0.17 times 10. I have my 1.7. As you can see, it's increasing. 1.7. The last one there is, I'll still add another mass of 250 gram. So I'll have my what? 250. Okay, I'll still immerse it into the liquid as well. Are you seeing what I'm doing? Okay, so I have my what? I have my 200, 205, 210. I have my 210, so it's 210. Okay, so I'm done with the water. Okay, so I have my 210. 210 divide by what? 210 divided by 1000. I'll have my 0.21. 0.21 times 10. I have my 2.1. So this is 2.1. As you can see, the weight is increasing. Am I communicating? The weight is what? Increasing. So I'm done with the one on water. So let me move quickly to the liquid, which is the kerosene. So as you can see, I'm trying to dry up the mass, so that the weight will not be added to it. Okay, trying to dry up the mass. When I'm done, I will now carry out the experiment on the one on kerosene, which is labeled L. Okay, so I'm done with it. So we are good to go. We are good to go. So the next thing I'm going to do, the same procedure we did on water. I'm using my hand, I'm starting with my what? 100 what? Gram. So let's proceed. I'll immerse it, I'll still immerse it into the what? Immerse it into the what? Liquid, which is the kerosene. Okay, so I have my 75, 80, 85, 90. So it's 90. 75, 80, 85, 90. So it's 90. Okay, so I'll remove it. 90, the same thing. I'll say 90 divided by 1000. 90 divided by 1000. I need to convert it to what? Kilogram. 90 divided by 1000. I have 0.09. 0.09 times 10. I have my 0.9. So this one is what? 0.9. Okay, the same thing. I'll still add another what? 50 gram mass. Okay, I'll add another 50 gram mass. Okay, 50 gram mass. I'll still have to immerse it into the liquid. Okay, let's go. Okay, this is 150. What do I have? I have my 130, 125, 130. Let me check it again. I have my 130. Okay, so I have my 130. So my 130, right? 130. Okay, so 130 times 130 divided by 130 divided by 1000. I have 1000. I have my 0.13. 0.13 times 1000 times 10. I have my 1.3. So something is missing. Let me still quickly check on that, because it's the same thing with the one with liquid with water. So let me still go through that. Okay. Okay. 30, 25, 30. Okay, it's 135. I'm correct now. Okay, it's 135. So 135 divided by 1000. 135 divided by 1000. I have my 0.135. 0.135 times 10. I have my 135. So 1.3 what? 5. The next one is what? Is, and I'll place another mass. Okay, I'll still need to check it. I'll still immerse it into the kerosene. Okay. Okay, as you can see, 175, 180, 185. Okay, I hope you can see it. It's 185, 185. So I'm going to remove it as well. I'll still have to check it. 185 divided by 1000. Okay, 185 divided by 1000. I have my 0.185. 0.185 times 10. So I have my 1.85. 1.85. So the last one I'm going to do is what? I'll place the last mass, which is 250. I'll still have to hang it on the what? Spiral spring. This is 250. Okay, so let me check it now and see what I'm going to get. 250. I have my 200, 25, 210, 225, 205, 210, 215, 220 is 220, 220 dots. So this is 220, okay, 220. So that's, I have my what? 220 divided by 1000. I I have my 0.22 times 10. I have my 2.2. I have my what? 2.2. Okay, so I am done with this what? With this experiment on the board. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to check on my V. They say V, when V is equals to W1 minus W2. So once I minus this from this, I'll get this. When U is equals to W1 minus W3, I'll minus this from this, I'll get this. Okay, so this is all about the experiment. Don't forget that the kerosene is less dense while the water is denser. Okay, that's the reason why the weight of the kerosene increased while the weight of the water decreased when totally what? Immersed in what? In both of them. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe after watching this video.